Hello. Yeah, let's discuss about standard input, standard output, and standard error. Uh, in a Linux, everything is a file. Just like if you take any object-oriented programming language, they refer everything as an object. Where in Linux, everything is a file. Everything is a file. For suppose if you connect USB, Linux kernel sees that as a file, and it sees the network interface controller as a file. So that for each file, there are three streams. These are called standard streams associated with for each file. The standard streams are standard input, standard output, and standard error. So what are these streams? These streams abstracts the input and output operations. So suppose if you take a terminal, here standard input represents the keyboard. That input we take from the keyboard. That is text that we receive from the keyboard, and standard output represents the text that is displayed on the monitor. Here on screen, the text as an output. For suppose echo, if I type hello world, okay, this is getting displayed on standard output. Okay, standard output means monitor. Okay, so standard error. What is standard error? So standard error is same as standard output, but error information is redirected to the standard error stream. Okay, these are, and files descriptors are those 0, 1, and 2. These are associated with the standard input, standard output, and standard error. So here, if I'm redirecting, so for suppose if I take even a simple example, Python import sys, okay. Okay, here you see std in Python is, suppose one process is open in Python. This is Python interpreter process. Okay, where you can also see their standard input, standard output streams. Okay, for suppose this is for example, this is the I'm doing this for as an example sake. For suppose if I write std dot out, write hello, so where it goes, you see that information is displayed on screen. Okay, so the goal is that every process, even if you open this shell terminal, that is also a process. Three streams are associated with each process, which is standard input, standard output, and standard error. Standard input is input type. Okay, usually from the keyboard, it represents the input that we receive from the keyboard. Standard output is a output displayed on the screen, but standard error is same as output, but error information. And if you see, okay, if you see, there is a command redirection. Okay, so if I write something, echo hello world, it is displayed on standard output, but if you want to redirect, you can redirect and save that to file. Okay, which is for suppose abc.txt. Let's check cat.abc.txt. So we have that information. Okay, and how do you write standard error information to a file? Okay, for suppose if I write for check grep find. Okay, this is probably is going to standard error stream. So I can actually redirect that to a file, standard error information, to and the file. Okay, can you see that? Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Now abc dot text. Sorry. Just let me take another example, another one, ab9 dot txt. Now cat dot ab9 txt. You see nothing there. Why? No, no. Here, can you see here? I use the redirection operation. Technically, that this output should go to this text file, but it didn't go. Why? Because this is not the output. This is error information. This is displayed on standard error string, which also points to screen here, terminal. So by doing this redirection, to greater than, I'm redirecting actually standard error stream to the file. So if you want to redirect both standard output and standard error to a file, in such a case, we can actually use ampersand here. Okay. In such a case, ab9.txt contains the error information. If output information, if error is reported, error information also. Okay. So this proc system is not available on Linux machines, but not on Mac. Thing is that you using the proc file system, you can also access the reference to the files of standard input, output, and standard error streams. And how to read input. So for suppose to produce an output, what are we using? Echo, hello, what? To take input, we use read. Okay, this is prompt. For suppose enter name. In a shell script, we use like and the username you can put. Okay, here this command, how this command works, it prompts that prompt string and then puts that value that we enter into the username. Few things actually work according to the kind of shell you are using. Okay, previously it was ZSH, and now I actually opened the bash. Okay, that was not a valid command in ZSH. So now I'm entering, suppose, neo, and check echo username. Can you see this? Neo. This is called environment variable. So that is how this read reads the data or a stream from the standard input. Okay, that is from your keyboard. So this is how you can read data, read and enter. This is a prompt string, and whatever is entered, it goes to username. This can be anything, variable here. Here, for environment variable, I use the username. Instead, you can use full name, like that. Okay, and I can use environment variable again to print that what is inside. For suppose, let's do that again. Instead of name, I can put anything, XYZ. Okay, so Superman. Now echo XYZ. You see, you have Superman. That is how you can read from standard input, and you can output it to the standard. You can output the string or environment variables to the standard output using echo. And we have seen redirection. We use command to greater than on file to redirect to the standard, to redirect standard errors, and you can use ampersand symbol here. Likewise, we have seen to redirect both the standard output and standard errors.